Go on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for it? Let's do this. Alright. So we're good? Yeah, we're good. Wait, no. Need to get the flame open. Alright, 3, 2. For the first time in count 'em 11 days, ultimately Primetime is once again back on the menu. And my goodness, what a treat we've got in store for you tonight, ladies and gents. It's a game that, as it stands, is set to happen in the playoffs on first round weekend. Spurs versus Inter Milan. A warm welcome as we take you inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London, where Roberto De Zerbi's first match as Spurs boss is a tough test against an Inter Milan side in top form. A 2023 first round rematch could very well be on the cards come June in just under 2 months' time. Inter Milan will be looking to rely once again on their deadly strike partnership, Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram, who have netted 51 goals between them this season. That's more than over half the league have managed combined, and a staggering 75% of Inter's goals have flowed through those two. Spurs, on the contrary, with a fire in the odds despite their horrendous real-life counterparts. Just 2 wins in the last 5 has slightly derailed the train, but they will still sit 9 points clear of those on the outside looking in. And there's the man that we're talking about. 21 goals and 18 assists for him. A prolific campaign on both goal-scoring fronts for Lautaro Martinez. Marcus Thuram as well, helping out in the Man of the Match award category with 8 of his own, just 1 behind the leader in Kylian Mbappe with 9. So let's have a look at the teams. Spurs line up in a similar shape to their usual setup, with Xavi Simons leading the side on 15 goals. Welcome January signing Conor Gallagher alongside Archie Gray makes for an interesting double pivot, while 2 youngsters are named on the bench to support a slightly stretched squad. Inter make just the one change, with Piotr Zielinski coming into the midfield for Hemi Mkhitaryan, while Pio Esposito finally earns his place in the squad after impressing in their real-life Serie A campaign. So here we go then, Spurs in white and navy, Inter Milan in there, let's be honest, way better FIFA generated kits. Game on in North London. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen, on this ultimate mania weekend. Tottenham do have plenty of midfield options on the bench. They got pushed out from Archie Gray and Conor Gallagher. In Pape Matar and of course Yves Bissouma. I'd seen us caught offside early doors. Van der Ven's ball, chipped towards Pedro Porro. This is Kolmuani. He's taken more of a striking role in the past number of weeks, but he's been put on the right hand side here. It's a lovely ball from Simons into Telly, takes that so well, and Jan Sommer has to save the day for Inter. What a start to the game for Spurs. De Zerbi's loving it. Tottenham fans in full voice. And looking through the Iceland club, it looks like. Here's Tell from Denzel Dumfries, who's made his way back into the side. Nicole Borrell, always dangerous. It's the first time on prime time this season, Inter Milan. Surprised they're not featured earlier, to be honest. Here is DeMarco. Oh my word, what a long ball cross that is. Fullback to fullback. Thuram now, it's Çalhanoğlu, tries for the shot, lets it go, and Vicario with a great save to deny Borrell the opening goal. I just mentioned how dangerous he was, and we nearly saw a huge example of that happening. What a start to the game here. 6 minutes in. It goes to Bastoni from the corner. We've seen him come up clutch for Inter with headers from these. But this one, well wide of the target. Tell. Bounce it back to Spence. Here comes Spurs. Simmons. Going to work his magic again. That's not really working his magic. Showing the Dunzo Dumfries. Here is the Dutchman, hoping to play in this home country in the Ultimate League final. So's that man, Mickey van der Ven. Thuram now to Brolea. And Christian Romero with a big set block there. I'm thankful, however, that the World Cup is going to be taking place a week after our Ultimate League final. Solanke. Here's Tell. Conor Gallagher now in midfield. Come on, he bats to Tell. Another shot for the left winger. And again saved by Jan Sommer. This one more comfortable. Oh, the Swiss Superman. Zelinski. Chanoglu into Martinez. Barea, lovely work. Into Zelinski again. And Vicario comes up trumps once more for Spurs. Tottenham looking a bit more open at the back than usual. It's going to take some stopping to keep a clean sheet against this prolific Inter attack. DeMarco's ball. They looked for Martinez, but he was double guarded by Simmons and Gray. Here is Xavi. I'm saying the Spaniard Xavi will be telling what wrong with his bloody career's grave at that pass. You know what I mean? In his retirement home. Martinez. Chanoglu. Oh. Romero in the right place at the right time for Spurs. Their last trip on prime time was the North London derby where they lose in 2-1 here. Simmons. Fattel who's made the run. Spence. Now Gray. Gallagher. Here's Solanke. Wrong side of Batonia. Come on, he will wipe up the scraps. Spurs lead. From a former Juventus player as well. That's got to sting for Inter. It's so unlucky for Sommer to give up his clean sheet that early. He got caught out. The opportunist. Cleans it up for Spurs. 1-0. Razor sharp finishing. 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. And that will take them above Inter Milan all the way into 7th. However, we still have 3 more days of Ultimate League action ahead of this. Bistek. Dumfries gets it through Gray. And Spurs with a double advantage being let on them there. If it's been a bit more lenient than normal. It could come back to bite into here. Here's Tell. Down the left-hand side channel into Xavi Simmons. He'll look to whip that ball. Come on, and Bastoni will rise highest and only bad to his keeper. Zelinski. Bastoni there. So working it up the Spurs pitch. Zelinski. Thuram and Spence will stop Inter in their tracks, and Bisset gets caught out here. Tell goes backwards, however. Spence to Xavi Simmons, and he will go for it. That was a big save by Sommer. A huge window of space there for Simmons. Really, that's the foul that gets called back? I don't know about that one, but Spencer's in the book. What can Spurs do from this right-hand side corner? Porro. Can't clear the first man. Back it goes with Jed Spence, who just recently been booked. Kamwani. Trying to shape it up. Back to Porro. And it's a good break here. Stoney will want DeMarco down this left-hand side, and he will get him. Nice play there by Chanoglu back towards Monaco, who once again gets a bit trapped. Conor Gallagher, this press from Spurs is actually very nice. Inter don't know what to do. And Chanoglu has played himself into trouble here. Solanke. But he just dawdles with the ball, and suddenly the counter's on. So I'm the second player to net 30 goals last week, with a hat-trick against Villarreal. All three. He scored 7 goals in his last 2 home games. Now Spurs with Solanke now, and Bastoni once again makes a mockery out of it. DiMarco. Oh, it's lovely. Finds Zielinski, who will whip one and punched away by Vicario in the nick of time. Porro again. That one's further cleared by Romero. Thuram. Way towards Simmons. Tell. Gallagher. Solanke. Not to be there. 10 minutes to go until half time. Inter Milan still looking for the first goal of the game. Not like them to be this toothless. Chanoglu misses the ball. Once again, another miscue. It's a huge passing battle. Martinez not growing into the game as we expect. Dumfries, push back, and the pass, will it find Thuram? Yes, it will. It'll be a corner right in front of the Nerazzurri. And there's a goal that separates the two sides. From Rando Kolmuani, that is his 9th of the season. DeMarco delivers. Bastoni's there again, but Gray will win the duel. It's a poor clearance away from Kolmuani. They come into once more. Chanoglu into Martinez. There's Thuram. Big chance, big goal. Big response. "31 ultimately goals in 25 games. Have yourself a season, Marcus Thuram. The big man's on fire." He just buries this into the side of the net. No chance for Guillermo Vicario. And the score is level. It's his only shot of the match. Pinpoint accuracy. But the pass from Martinez for his 19th of the season, that will tie him with Nico Williams, who will have, once again, in order to keep his lead from any competitors. This Porro, not there. Where was I? Yes, he will have to get an assist against 19th place Aston Villa at home. Now Spurs have the momentum with this corner. Porro's last one did not shape up the standards. What can he do with this one? It's not really that bad. Oh, Kolmuani! That would have been some hit. It falls to him beautifully on the edge of the box, and it is so close from being a screamer for Spurs. Once again, it comes from just a little bit of a rebound there, where someone's out of position. Okomwani just has a free volley at goal. He took that first finish, by the way, but like that is tough to do, especially first time. Might use the Ozil bounce. The Ozil bounce, sorry. Here's Okomwani. Big challenge there by Pedro Porro. This is the goal that's facing him, and once again, Spurs lose the ball in a one-on-one. Zielinski. They come into Çalhanoğlu. Martinez played through the lines, and he is one-on-one. Van de Ven's going to come across. He will not get there in time, but Vicario Zoran to sweep out a leg. I thought they were ahead. Big save from a big Italian stallion. 2 minutes of stoppage time are up. DiMarco's ball is headed by Bastoni, who is once again lurking in that near the penalty spot. This one he can't keep down as we go into the half-time break at 1 each. If this is a sample of what we could get between these two sides in June, I'm all for it. This will open up, but it will be in the San Siro currently. This will be your first game of the weekend, which Tottenham already were last time out. 6 shots to 7. I'm not going to say that phrase. And there you go. There's match facts. Not really much into dominant possession, but they haven't done much with. Bastoni with an 8.1, who's been solid at the back, minus the shot from Solanke onto the post, which Spurs then capitalised from. Thuram as well, 8.1. Martinez, we've not really seen much of him, but he has got that important assist. As for Spurs, Conor Gallagher is the best player, and the rest of the team has been struggling. We go down to here, and that's where all the Inter players are in green. Conor Gallagher is the only one that's managed to achieve that. Let's see what the second half can bring. Inter Milan look to have the edge. Oh dear God. The worst part is he's tried to do a fancy bit of football with that one with the bloody Trevea. Spence takes it away from Denzel Dumfries. Here's Simons. Tell. Not there. Bisek stepping up in defence. And suddenly, the field's tilted. Here come Inter. DiMarco. Looking threatening. Zielinski takes away from Gallagher. This is Boloya. Can they find one bit of space? They can with Çalhanoğlu, who could line up a shot! Vicario flies across the goal to deny him. We might need a second replay on that. That is a fantastic save. Will lead to an Inter corner, however, as they once again are lurking for a second and a first lead. I'm sorry, but we have to see this. Wait, here we go. Oh yeah. Bit further away from Vicario. That is trouble for Spurs. Here we go. DiMarco. It's cleared easily by Matthias Till. Solanke. Now Spence. Can he get round Dumfries? He'll lay it off for Solanke as well, actually. Simmons. Here's Porro. Takes it past DiMarco, who nearly gets taken off his feet. Okomwani. Porro plays between the lines and can't slip in Solanke to give Spurs a mighty chance to take the lead again. And once again, this game's really opened up now. Back and forth we go. Martinez into Thuram. Van de Ven holds strong. Now with Tell on the opposite flank. Solanke, here's Simmons. Sharp play. Tell. Gallagher has 3 to face. Back it goes with Spurs number 11. And he sends Jan Bisset to the shops and back. Fish me a bag of sweets for you there, mate. And if it was any side apart from straight at summer, Spurs could be back in the lead. Done really well there. Porro. Once again looking for an outswinger. That's going to hit no one. It's going to find Romero, who takes it down. But can't find anyone in the box. Zelinsky wanted to go for Thuram. He wasn't ready for the pass. Thuram away from Van der Ven. Lines it up. And shoots well wide of the goal. Not even side netting. Well, they can't all be perfect. I think I need to see what happens if Inter manage to win here. So if I go here and put 2-1. Don't want to jinx things. Great. Oh, hang on a minute, Solanke. Just gets pressured by 2 Inter defenders. Back it goes with Archie Gray. No subs yet from either side. Porro. Bastoni, big win in the air. Anywho, like I was saying, yeah, Inter Milan will actually leapfrog City and head into 6th place. Which isn't that much of an upgrade, but it keeps them in a higher position and higher seeding. And Colomani blasts past Bastoni. He's the only man that's moving at the moment. Jan Sommer saves Inter's blushes. I didn't catch much of that, but all I saw was just a blistering knock-on from Colomani, and suddenly Inter were caught with their pants down. Porro. And Stumfree is back towards Akanji. They've dealt with that easily well. Dumfries. Now Inter to make the first subs. They're lining up here. Thuram. Martinez straight towards Jed Spence. This is not like him. He's had a bit of an off game. And he could be the man to make way, because they do have Pio Esposito on the bench. Xavi Simons. Spurs will now make a change when the ball goes out of play. But knowing this midfield battle, it could be ages before that happens. Simmons. Superb from Spurs. And Solanke! Big Dom! With a big goal for Tottenham Hotspur. That was superb from Tottenham on the left-hand side. It's lifted in. And Akanji gets beaten when he really could not afford to. Sommer had absolutely no chance. 2-1. A well-deserved assist as well. And the subs seem to have gone. Spurs retake the lead. Thuram. This is DeMarco. Now Zelinsky. Inter once again pressuring for another equaliser. And they've got it! Make that 32 goals! Kylian Mbappe has been caught. And I did not expect Marcus Thuram to get a second goal out of that. That had to be Vicaro's all day, but I think he just lost concentration as the ball flies in. He's got no right to be scoring there. He just nips ahead of the goalkeeper. Oh, that going for shoulder? I don't know. Has Vakara punched it in? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's Thuram's goal. What in the world? And now the substitutions come in. João Palhinha replaces Archie Gray, who's putting a massive shift. But that'll do it. That'll do it apparently for Tottenham. Inter fine, keeping 11 men on the pitch now. 20 minutes to go. It is 2-2. And this game could have another twist. Here's Spence. Down to Xavi Simons. That's intercepted by Jan Bissek. Spurs were ahead for just 3 minutes there. Now the Inter sub comes through. Will it stay though? Porro back towards his own keeper. Ashley cleared by Vicario. Akanji will win it over Solanke this time. João Palhinha, big interception for his first action of the match. Tell. Down the sideline it goes for Simons. Bissek gives chase. Another swinging ball. Tell will knock it on. Challenger will volley clear. Romero. Now Solanke. And that was where Akanji gets outsmarted. And you wouldn't really expect that from a guy that can solve any maths equation in like 2.3 seconds. And that will be a yellow card for the Swiss centre-back. Tell off for Pape Matar, which is an interesting choice, and they will reverse the change that they made prior to the game with Mkhitaryan on for Zielinski. So it will be Pedro Porro to swing this in. It's going to go short actually to Romero. Defender to defender here. In the final third. Simons shapes onto the left hand side. This is Komouani now. And he scores! From a near impossible angle! The precision on that strike! And Spurs lead for the third time! There's just no urgency to get across there from Bissek until it was too late. I don't know how Sommer's not got a touch to that at least. But Komouani is double digits on the season. And Spurs lead 3-2. The atmosphere switches once more. Can they hold on for 3 massive points? Solanke, Mkhitaryan back to Bastoni and Inter will regroup. DiMarco. Martinez. Inter players cramming the box. Çalhanoğlu now. They want to pass it through. Mkhitaryan looking for the gap, but Porro will snuff it out. Here come Tottenham. They actually do have Pape Matar on the left hand side. I don't know if he works as an attacking midfielder, even a wide midfielder, because that is how Spurs are set up. He's winning his battles, however. Here's João Palhinha. Van der Ven. Ooh, that was a risky play. Comes up Mkhitaryan that, I think. Tottenham will be hoping to keep as much of the ball in the final 10 as possible. Oh, look at this. They're toying with them. And they've worked another opportunity. It's magnificent football from Spurs. Here's Solanke now. And Akanji gets there just about in the nick of time. A further sub requested to probably waste time there by De Zerbi. Çalhanoğlu, what a ball that is! Martinez now! Spurs hurrying back, but there's no need because his international teammate has denied him in Christian Romero. Top work from the Spurs captain. Give them a bit of a jitter there. That pass from Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Simmons. And here come Tottenham once more. Komwani on the right hand side. Easily. From Akanji, who, and I think, isn't he supposed to be on the central part of this formation? Çalhanoğlu. Into stoppage time we go. I want more than just 3 minutes, to be honest, or even 2. It is going to be 3 minutes. And Spurs can hold on here if they keep it on the pitch high enough. Here they come. Bastoni's going to come across. Come on, look for a hat-trick here. He might get it. It's denied by Sommer. It's a Spurs corner. And that'll be his final action coming on for Richarlison, who is also a legitimate threat for Spurs. Richarlison. It's given away by Inter. Have got to get the ball on the pitch now. They have less than a minute. Thuram using all of his pace and might. He swings it for Martinez, who was onside. I had a feeling he wasn't, you know. Sure, he kept going. Moving clean through. Burea. He'll get the ball through, but Spence will get there first. And Tottenham have done it. They, well, canonically win the Ultimate Championship. Hey. It's a 5-goal thriller here in North London. Tottenham edge it out. They took the lead, they were pegged back, they took the lead, they were pegged back, and then they took the lead again to see things out. Come on, these 2 goals were pivotal in this win. And for Inter Milan, their streak is stopped at 4. Tottenham leapfrog their opponents, and they will now go into 7th and have the advantage in the first round. As it stands, they will play 9th place, wherever that may be at the end of the week. And that'll be on Monday the 8th of June. Missed up the minute there. There we go. We'll go back in a second, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I'm not surprised if he's going to win the Man of the Match award. No, it's going to be Tele, I think. 7.4. Oh, no, it's going to be Thuram. 2 goals for him. Come on, you got a 7.2. Are you having a laugh? That's crazy. But that Man of the Match award for Marcus Thuram means he is now entirely killing Mbappe on 9. Obviously, the Frenchman plays on Monday against who would that be? Yeah, Juventus. Juventus at 4 o'clock in Turin. So let's see, 11 shots to 10, 3.7 to 3.2 XG. We've not really talked about that much in recent games. But as for who they have next week, now if I know this round robin schedule like I do, then it will be Inter Milan will take on whoever the heck Villarreal have. I should know this. I should know this. Yeah, there we go. Real Sociedad, of course. Yeah, they'll take on Real Sociedad. That will be next Friday at 6. Meanwhile, Spurs take on Napoli next Saturday at 2 p.m. That is in Naples. So, honestly, favourable opponents for both sides. However, Napoli can ruffle a few feathers nowadays. They're not really in the basement of the Ultimate League. Inter Milan needed 1 more goal to tie both Liverpool and Athletic Bilbao on 71. However, if we look at goals per match, it is Bilbao on top in that regard. 2.80, however. Goals per match is ridiculous. Spurs, however, are in the top 3 for goals conceded, with just 1.32 per match, which seems low. Or seems high, sorry, for a team, but that is just how this league goes. You get goals aplenty. So that is going to do it. Martinez ties Mbappe. Williams gets tied by... No, Martinez ties Williams. Thuram ties up Mbappe in both metrics here in the player of the match as well. This is going to be a fun running. I can already tell. There's going to be plenty of twists. And that'll do it as we say so long and farewell from North London. Good night, everybody.